The rise of America's unmanned surface drone boats. The world's oceans have always been a stage for technological competition. From the age of wooden sailing ships to steel battleships, from aircraft carriers to nuclear submarines, every generation has introduced a new way to control the seas. Today, another transformation is quietly taking shape. It doesn't rely on larger warships or more powerful guns. Instead, it focuses on something much smaller, much smarter, and in many cases, completely unmanned. Welcome to the future of naval warfare, where the United States is rapidly developing unmanned surface vessels, often called drone boats. These autonomous or remotely controlled platforms are changing how the U.S. Navy patrols the oceans, gathers intelligence, hunts submarines, protects fleets, and prepares for future conflicts. Unlike traditional warships that require dozens or even hundreds of sailors, drone boats can operate with minimal human involvement. Some are remotely piloted from thousands of miles away, while others are capable of navigating, avoiding obstacles, and carrying out missions using advanced artificial intelligence and autonomous systems. The concept itself is not entirely new. For decades, militaries experimented with unmanned vessels for mine clearance and scientific research. However, advances in sensors, satellite communications, artificial intelligence, and computing power have transformed these experimental platforms into capable military assets. Today, the U.S. Navy views unmanned surface vessels as a key part of its future fleet architecture. One major advantage is cost. Building a modern guided missile destroyer can cost more than $2 billion. Aircraft carriers cost many times more. Drone boats, depending on their size and mission, can often be built for only a fraction of that price. Lower costs allow the Navy to deploy larger numbers of vessels across vast ocean regions. Instead of relying on a handful of expensive ships, commanders can distribute dozens or even hundreds of unmanned vessels across strategic waterways, making it much harder for adversaries to monitor or target the entire force. Another important benefit is reducing risk to human life. Dangerous missions such as entering heavily mined waters, operating close to hostile coastlines, or conducting surveillance in contested regions no longer require sailors to be physically aboard the vessel. If a drone boat is damaged or destroyed, valuable data may be lost, but no crew members are placed directly in harm's way. One of the most recognizable unmanned vessels under development is the Ghost Fleet Overlord program. This initiative demonstrated that large unmanned ships could travel thousands of nautical miles while performing complex navigation with very limited human intervention. These experimental vessels successfully completed long-distance deployments, proving that autonomous ships could safely operate alongside conventional naval forces. The lessons learned from these trials continue to influence the Navy's future plans.